During Extra Life, I wasn't expecting much, however there was some interesting news. The series is going to be released in 2024, and on the Ark Survival Ascended roadmap from the Extra Life recap, Ark the Animated Series is scheduled for early 2024. During Extra Life, there was an interview from Jeremy and Jesse discussing Ark Survival Evolved, but also the animated series, which is what I'll be focusing on. They said 7 hours of the show have been fully animated, but only the first 3.5 hours are fully completed. They said that the series would have 14 half-hour-long episodes, which would be 7 hours. They have also said that some episodes will be longer. At first, I thought that each season would have 14 episodes, however, going back to an article from 2020, it seems like I was misremembering and wrong. On one hand, I was excited for a show with longer seasons. However, since it seems like both seasons would focus on the island, I was wondering how they would fill that time. I thought that the addition of many new characters was what made the 2 seasons so long, but now I am unsure because I think both are going to be 14 episodes in total. The second part of the series is still in visual effects post-production. They also revealed more of the soundtrack, composed by Gareth Coker, saying that it shows the tone of the series. On SoundCloud, it is titled Mayan Music Sequence. I would assume that the image that was shown with it is from the scene where the music plays, and that the character in the image is Mayan. I think this is from a flashback to her past. Her design is similar to this scene in the trailer for Season 1. There are some recognizable themes there, including parts that sound a bit like the Ark theme, but are not exactly the same. And I think he said that the Ark theme wouldn't be used that often. And I like how it still has the same feeling as the Ark theme, but isn't. And a few weeks after Extra Life, Jeremy said on Twitter that the animated series would release in 2024. And there is another new image showing a character with a tech bow. This seems like one of the changes that they are making to the story, having the characters discover tech much earlier. While tech bows were added in Genesis Part 2 and weren't in the game when the island notes were written, according to the Ark Wiki, there was a tech bow in the dev kit as cut content. And I know that items found in the series and notes are not going to be restricted by when and if they were in the game, and I don't think that they should be. However, I just thought that was interesting enough to mention. My assumption is that this is Helena, though I could be wrong. However, this character does look like Helena, but with a slightly different design. Personally, I still think this is Helena because other characters such as May and Nerva have been shown with different designs. It is hard to tell where this is taking place. I thought that this would be during the same time as this image. However, here Helena has no weapon and also looks different. Interestingly, in that image, Alazi has the tech bow. Whether it is the same one or a different one, I don't know. But tech bow makes sense as Helena's weapon since in the trailers she has been using a regular bow. And it looks awesome. I love how it illuminates the surroundings in an eerie blue glow. I'm still loving the art style for this series. After that, there was an interview with Snail Games that gave very vague information about the release of the series.
That it can bring. So for instance, that we want to engage and expand it to different media. For instance, that TV, video streaming. So we have an animated series that actually going out in coming months that you better see it.
Recently, there were rumors saying that the first episode of Ark the Animated Series would be out on March 21st, 2024 in the US. That is currently the first result when I search for Ark Animated Series release date. However, there is no source and no official confirmation by Wildcard or anyone involved in the creation of the series. Online searches also show all episodes releasing on March 21st, but there are only 6, which does not match what previous articles have said. However, those were from late 2020 to early 2021, so a lot could have changed. There is a good chance that it is just an AI-generated result. And finally, there was a page on Paramount Plus for Ark the Animated Series. It is now gone, but there are images from when it was there. The description is very brief. following survivor Helena Walker after her initial awakening on the island. The image does not seem to be taken from the series because it is in a different style. There are multiple characters from the series. In the middle is Helena and her parasaur. Rockwell has a triceratops, and this is the first time we've seen him with a triceratops, or any creature in the series, probably because he was not shown in the trailer. He seems to be holding the tech rifle, and interestingly, he is on the same side of the poster as Nerva, hinting at his antagonistic role later in the story of the island. The Triceratops also looks similar to the concept art, which is described as the Nerva Army saddle variant. And then there is also Nerva and the Rex he was seen with in his character poster. The Rex has armor with the new Legion symbol on it, which I thought was a cool detail. And then Gladiatrix with her Eutyrannus she was seen with in the trailer. On the other side there is Bob and the Dodo, and then May and her raptor Woozui. He was only ever seen before with May in one other image. There May had a different design. Here she has the same design as the one in her character poster. I was worried that he wouldn't have a large role in the series, but he did get a spot on the poster. And then Henry Townsend with his Stegosaurus. We have seen concept art of the Stegosaurus, and it has been seen in the trailers, though Henry has never had one in any of the images he has appeared in. Finally, Alazi, and the character I am the most curious about, because he is called John, or Thunder Comes Charging, in the cast list, so I am excited to find out if this is Scorched Earth John or a different John. He has his Pteranodon that we have seen in the trailer and posters. Now I am wondering if maybe one of the plot points in the series is that he adopts Alazi, or at least helps her survive on the island. We also know he was a father in his past life, and the island is a dangerous place for teenagers. She also has the pterosaur that was seen in her character poster. The background is similar to the one in the original poster for the series, with the landscape, the volcano, and pteranodons, but with the green obelisk instead of the red obelisk. There is also the logo for the series and also Paramount Plus, making this seem more official in my mind. In Extra Life, they said that there would be more news this year, and this is probably what they were talking about. And while the March 21st release date is still a rumor, it seems likely, and I am hoping that we will get a release date soon. It would be strange for them to release it so soon without any marketing, and also disappointing since I want it to do well, and if no one knows it exists, then it can't. After a quick search online, it seems like Paramount releases some shows weekly, and others all at once. All the ones I have seen have released weekly, but I am not sure what they will do for Arc the Animated Series.